Welcome to Mark S. King's 60th birthday bash. The live show will begin shortly. Please make yourselves comfortable, and do share this live stream on your social media channels.
Bienvenue and welcome to Mark S. King's 60th birthday bash, celebrating long-term HIV survivors and benefiting the Reunion Project. I'm Charles Sanchez. I'm proud and happy to be your host this evening. I'm so glad you've joined us tonight, honoring the award-winning journalist, author, blogger, and sometime drag queen, Mark S. King. We've got a wonderful evening for you tonight. There are celebrities and community members all standing by, ready to honor and make fun of Mark S. King. This evening is being live streamed on Facebook and on YouTube. And so if you'd like to comment, we'd love to have you join this glamorous event by making a comment. Our social media guru, Olivia Ford, will be curating those comments. And so you could be a part of this broadcast with your picture and your screen name and your little comment if Olivia decides that it's good enough to share. Also, if you are tweeting about this event, we ask that you use the Twitter, the hashtag #MarkIs60, so we can gather up all those comments also. So make sure that Mark sees all those comments, compliments, and insults. Well, and that's all I have to say. Let's get this party started. Let's bring out my good friend, the old and fabulous Mark S. King. Happy birthday, Mark!
Thank you so much. I am so excited. I think I'm looking forward more to the insults than the compliments. But we'll see. So maybe those will win out. Hey, look, I brought things. I just want you to know. I brought poppers. I'm going to have to use them judiciously. I only have 4. But I brought poppers, and I can't help myself. Wait. Did you see anything? Did anything happen? This is like my sex life. That's what happened. Just that little thing right there. Okay. But nevertheless, Charles,
yes,
you look wonderful.
You look wonderful.
Well, do I?
Yes.
Because you told me I looked like an elderly woman on a Carnival cruise ship.
Yes, Rue McClanahan, to be specific.
Oh, thanks. Right. I also like that. I see you didn't bother messing up your hair to wear a hat. I'm wearing one, but the string is very uncomfortable, but it is holding up my neck. So
that is very nice. It's very Joan Crawford of you.
Thank you. Well, exactly.
Right.
You know, I was thinking one of the things about getting old that I hate is like you're in a Zoom meeting, one of those Zoom meetings, and you go to the button that says improve your appearance, and it's already on.
Oh, wow.
It's always frustrating. It's like it's always on, and you think that maybe you could just dial it up.
Right. That's like,
but that's what happens when you get old.
But it's that word, old. I was worried about you and that word and how it might make you feel.
I'm okay.
So I'm a writer, as are you, and I went in my trusty thesaurus, my super thesaurus, and I found out some other words that are just going to be. Here we go.
Okay.
Aged, elderly, venerable, advanced in years, matured, past one's prime, vintage, seasoned, at a ripe old age.
Season was good. Back up to season.
Well, no, but here those are just the starters. These are the good ones.
Okay.
Worn out, decrepit, dilapidated, crumbling.
Thank you.
Decayed,
my friend Charles, ladies and gentlemen.
Shabby, enfeebled, senile,
going.
Former, previous,
former,
from the time immemorial.
Well, I'd like to thank my former good friend, Charles,
But
for that lesson.
and in case that wasn't enough for you, there's also a whole list under old age.
Okay, that's okay.
Winter of one's life. No? Okay.
Okay, no, I think we're good. Okay. We're good.
Well, Mark, no, really, you do look wonderful. I mean, not just for someone your age, but really for any age.
Well, thank you. This is no filter. You know, our producer, Nicholas, didn't give us any filters. And so this is really it. Right. And I appreciate that very much. I know I maintain some of my boyish looks.
Right, right. What is your secret?
It is moisturizing and healthy living, and you know, getting a lot of sleep.
Well,
and you know,
actually, you know, we have a little bit of secret footage of Mark's beauty regimen. Let's show the video. See, so what kind of moisturizing is happening here, Mark?
I'm at the dentist. That's my dentist.
But your mouth is closed, darling.
Well, he's injecting
something into your face.
He's not a very good dentist.
You're nervous about it. Look at your hand. You're nervous about it.
Okay.
What's going on there?
Hi. Thank you for that, Charles. Thank you for that surprise. That is Dr. Gerald Perrone. And, you know, I had facial wasting fixed years ago. And sometimes I go back just to visit him because he's a very nice person.
Right. So that's why you go back, not to like have any Botox or anything.
He's a very nice person, and he's changed my life.
Every 2 or 3 years. Yes.
Yeah, as needed.
Well, we're so glad. Look at all these people that are joining us from all over the place. We've got Facebook and YouTube, and
you know, I love this because we have got people watching who are the heads of big agencies, and people who are watching who are case managers and grassroots activists and long-term survivors who are just looking to have a good time. I mean, and celebrities. And we're all in this together, right? So you got a big mix of everybody. You know who's going to show up, right?
I know a few of I've seen the guest list.
Yeah, you've been getting the emails, right?
Right, I'm on the list.
You know, there's some pop stars and there's.
Well, isn't someone supposed to be here already?
Huh?
Isn't someone supposed to be here already? Wasn't Broadway's Javier Munoz already supposed to be here?
Javier, let's say his name properly. Javier Munoz.
Very nice, very nice. I've been tutoring Mark on how to say his name.
Yes. Well, he was the star of Hamilton for 2 years, and he's a big celebrity. And he's late because he was supposed to get here early and help put out the dip.
Well, maybe he's at the door.
At the door?
Look, he's at the door.
It's a doorbell.
Right. So let's go see.
Okay.
You can see.
Is that you walking to the door?
Hey, I am so sorry I'm late. My Uber driver was the worst Uber. My God, am I right? Hi, it's so good to see you. I'm sorry I'm late again. You know, I brought my bottle. I know it's BYOB. Times are tough. I get it, but really? Anyway, so I just want to say happy birthday. Happy 60th birthday. Happy being alive day. Happy day to every single person who was a long-term survivor. And I'm going to sing a little something as a toast to you, Mark, and to every long-term survivor. Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to all of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us telling the story of tonight. Raise a glass to freedom, something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to all of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us telling the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. Happy birthday, Mark.
Oh, he got me. He got me a little bit. He really did.
The star of Hamilton just sang a little song from Hamilton.
For
And
you.
he dedicated it to all long-term survivors.
Oh, that was really something. Javier is a dream. He's just dreamy. So I wonder what's happening in the rest of the world. Have you heard from Olivia?
Oh, Olivia Ford, my good friend Olivia Ford. We need to check in with her and see how things are going on Facebook and YouTube, wherever. Olivia!
Hi, Olivia.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Great.
Well, I know how it's going. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. Greetings, Mark, my love. I would never miss your birthday party. And it's so much fun to be out here on the front line, if you will, kind of reading all the wonderful things that folks are saying about you on YouTube and Facebook.
Well, you know, I got to say something about you, Olivia, because I just want to say that I really wanted to include you in this because we met 20 years ago when you were my editor at thebody.com, and I was just, you know, writing my story, right? And you have been an ally alongside those of us living with HIV ever since. You're everywhere. And I think I just wanted to include my favorite ally in this party. So I'm so pleased that you're here.
That means so much coming from you. And, you know, I've been really privileged to be, you know, just immersed in stories of many and wisdom and guidance of a lot of long-term HIV survivors for pretty much my entire work life in this field. And you've been right there with me this whole time, you know, of course, obviously starting out professionally and then just evolving or, you know, devolving as the case may be into this mutual.
She and I were sharing a hotel room. We were sharing a hotel room at an AIDS conference the night I met my husband. And long story short, she got to have the room to herself the rest of the conference. Just saying.
One of my favorite stories as well. And I adore you. I adore Michael. You're one of my favorite people. And, you know, you always make sure my light is fabulous. You always remind me of my best self. I adore you. I just celebrate you every day. And it's wonderful to be able to find to know that other people are feeling the same way. And are you all ready for me to share some of these comments?
Yes, what's going on?
So, you know, there's tons of happy birthday. There are a few age jokes coming in. But some
by
really,
all
really
means, let's not share those.
A lot of really great additional definitions to the list that Charles was sharing. There was
how nice that people have picked up on Charles' insult comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody was joining in, from, you know, beautiful ones like Sage to let's see.
Hi, Anne.
Yes, Anne is here. To, you know, seasoned was one. She's still here. That was another one that that came up. Seasoned is like,
yeah, and she's staying.
Hi, Jenny. Fermented, I like that one as well.
Fermented. That's kind of hard.
Like a fine wine.
Right. Or a pickle.
Exactly. Only getting better with age. But you know, there have been ones talking about the reason that we're here. Thank you so much, Scott, for your comment as well. Yeah. And let's see. Oh, this one's nice from Korea. Looking amazing, of course.
Looking amazing. Oh, Kamira is going to show up again in the show in a little bit. She has a part to play.
And a couple of individuals and organizations, of course, were our friends at Let's Kick Ass.
Yes, Let's Kick Ass. AIDS survivor syndrome.
You look good for your age.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Never mind them. Forget what I said. Oh, go low, San Antonio. This is a great program about keeping our our viral loads low. It's a wonderful thing. So yeah, good for them.
And also we've got one from Timothy.
Oh, Timothy, and we're wishing you we are wishing you health and recuperation. He's had a tough time, and he's a long-term survivor who has been on the front lines of ACT UP in New York for many years, and he's adored by us all. So you get well, Timothy.
Thanks. You have a request from Ms. Gina Brown. I hope Mark gets to sing Donna Summer's.
Thank you. I might have done that at karaoke night at the Positive Women's Network conference. I'd like to say I was drunk, but I wasn't. Anyway. So thanks.
So yeah, nothing but love being shared. Nothing but love being shared. I know that
Good.
that was a concern that I was meant to, sort of respectfully and lovingly delete some comments that might be a little untoward. But really, all I'm seeing is just an outpouring of love for you. A lot of love and tears for Javier as well when he was on. Got a lot of fans on the thread as well on the stream.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot more coming in terms of that. Oh,
Oh.
my friend and mentor, Sean. Thank you so much, Sean. Well, Olivia, we got more comments coming. You're going to be back in another few minutes to tell us more things. So y'all feel free to type things and be nice.
Keep them coming. It's really, really beautiful. Thank you so much for having me. Mwah.
Thank you. See you soon.
So, gosh, that was amazing. That's so lovely that so many
nice.
people are.
I know, but people are too nice. I keep aching for your insult comedy.
It's coming. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't know. We're going to hear that clomping toward the door again.
Yes, it is.
Charles, would you put on the wooden shoes you got in Amsterdam and go to the door?
My routine.
Hey, Mark, Greg Louganis here. I wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Oh my God, it's your 60th. That is so awesome. And I want to thank you for all the work that you do. It's incredible with My Fabulous Disease, all the education and awareness around HIV, AIDS, and I'm with you, okay? So you take care of yourself and have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.
What a sweetheart.
He is a sweetheart. Now, you don't mind that he just talked about me, right? Can you handle it?
I've met him. I've talked to him. It's okay with me.
Oh, I spent 5 minutes with him at a party once.
I don't want to hear about your sex life.
No,
right?
I wish. He is my spirit animal because he is also 60. He turned 60 this year, and you can still bounce a quarter off his abs. Absolutely. Or about any part of his body, probably. So, he's my spirit animal. And Peter Staley was 60 this year. There's a whole bunch of people. I could go on. Jesus Gillian, the one of the moderators of the Long-Term Survivors HIV support group on Facebook. He's 60 this year. So there's a big 60 club.
Oh, well, now you remember. That's awesome. So for those of you who don't know already, after this event, we're having an after party on Zoom. And the link went out to people who registered in advance. But if you don't have the link, we're going to be sharing it at the end of the broadcast tonight before we sign off.
We just put it up for a minute, so get your pen and paper ready because you have to jot it down real fast.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's someone else at the door coming.
Really? Is there? Oh, yeah. You must be psychic. How did you do that? Could you please put on your stilts and clog to the door for us?
Wahida.
Hi, Mark. Happy birthday. It's Wahida Shabazz L from the Reunion Project. The Reunion Project is the National Alliance on HIV and AIDS Long-Term Survival. Our growing national network honors the power of sharing our unique stories in collaboration with local and national advocates, providers, and researchers. We gather in local, national, in-person, and online events. We create and disseminate reliable and timely information, and we make calls to action on issues and policies affecting long-term survivors of HIV and AIDS. Also, we strengthen the capacity of survivors to serve as leaders in their communities, in their organizations, and in the HIV movement. You're all welcome to join us. Happy birthday, Mark.
Oh,
thank you.
She's awesome.
Long-term survivors will be the one who bear witness to this history from the beginning to the end. And I think that that's a story worth telling.
We were there. We are a part of history. We made history. We are still surviving and thriving.
So bringing the history into the room for new people is like mentoring. So we are long-term survivors. We should, all right, I can say me, I should act as a mentor.
I mentor quite a few young men in the area who actually look at me as a father figure, and they call me dad. So, and I talk to them, be who you are, be strong.
I watch their growth, and I feel like a mama I feel so proud.
I think we have a huge responsibility to mentor the next generation, and I think that's happened to some extent in the PrEP activism, and now the undetectable equals untransmissible activism that's really changing the world.
I feel as though I've lived this long because of the support that I got from other long-term survivors.
We changed the way people thought about healthcare, thought about what it meant to be a person with a chronic illness.
Helped each other with our meds, gave advice, oh, this one is terrible, don't take that, ooh, do take this.
From changing how systems treat us, to changing how the pharmaceutical companies treat us, to changing how communities treat us and respond to us, all those are our legacy.
I think we have the ability to hold what resistance can look like, because those of us who have lived through the early AIDS epidemic, that we know what resistance can look like, and we can bring that to, particularly to a younger generation, facing yet another hostile regime. And I think that legacy of resistance and winning and survival really matters.
Vito Russo defined our collective legacy. He said that first we're going to kick the shit out of this disease, and then those of us who survive will be around to kick the shit out of this system to make sure that it never happens again.
We started a movement that inspired a generation.
The term I've heard is, like you start to get a lot of eye rolling. It's like you've survived. I mean, what is it really? What's the point? I mean, what's your beef? You've survived, you're here, you're doing fine.
What they don't know, what many people don't know, is that if we are able to get resources to grow older with dignity, we're going to have things ready for all the other generations.
Our legacy is that the doors have been opened so that people like me can seek services without being misgendered or made to feel less than when they're trying to access health care.
I also believe that we need to have a seat at every decision-making table that impact the lives of people living with HIV.
People who have battled their entire life and have won that battle, supposedly, they're facing new battles, and I fear we're going to lose them.
It doesn't seem like we're serious about ending this epidemic. It drives me nuts, but it's also fueled my passion to be that change agent and never to stop talking about the truth. So yes, it frustrates me, but I will not quit.
We in fact did change the world. We in fact did save millions of lives. So maybe that will be our legacy, that there will be at least another example in the long span of human history of a group of people who fought for justice and believed in love and did the right thing and cared for each other and fought hard, even as they died.
Those faces, that dedication and that feeling of empowerment, which we hear all the time, but you see it all over the faces of those folks. And that's why I wanted to devote this event to the Reunion Project, because they were able to bring people like that together. And in celebration of them, I'm going to pop now one of number 2 of my 4 poppers. And so this is to the Reunion Project. Did anything happen? Ooh,
there was a
like
noise.
Sulfur. Oh wait, here's a piece that was on my desk. Oh my God!
Well, and something that we don't often say about long-term survivors is that when they were going through all the 80s and the 90s and doing all the protests and everything, they were doing it in really cute Daisy Duke booty shorts, which I think is that's an unsung.
Well, yes, and let's not forget the boots.
Right. Yes. Oh my.
Black boots and shorts.
Right. Weren't you chained to a tree wearing like Daisy Duke booty shorts?
I wasn't chained. No, I was chained to a health department entrance. Yes. It was great. It's a great story about the cops arresting me.
Inspiring.
Maybe another time.
It's both inspiring and kinky and sad.
Yes. Well, I would think that ACT UP folks would probably find that to be a very apt description.
Well, one of the things that's amazing about this evening's event is that everybody who's a part of it is a volunteer.
That's right. We have certainly gotten the expertise and value out of a lot of people. But we have not spent a single dime. 0 is the amount that has been spent on this birthday event. And that is because people said yes. We asked and they said yes. And I want to thank some of those people real quick. The first is our technical producer who built this platform that you're watching right now and is the Wizard of Oz behind the scenes. And that is Nicholas Fustel. Nicholas, I know you can come out and say hi. Great. Thank you so much. Nicholas, thank you so much for saying yes.
Well, thank you for really having me produce the show. It's such pleasure and honor to do this. A happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. We're running short on time. If you could just go back to your hole now, I'd appreciate it. Also, a few other people real quick. Christopher King, who is no relation, is a documentary filmmaker from Pennsylvania who did a beautiful job on editing the videos that you're seeing tonight. Rick Guasco with T-Pan, the Positively Aware art director, did the art design, the art design that you see on the invitation and on this platform. And then just the Reunion Project folks who have been really great to work with, and Cindy Stein at the Zero Project, who has been the fiscal agent for the event and the woman taking all your money and keeping track of who registered. So I want to thank all those people and many more. And you, Charles, and Olivia, and folks like that. So thanks.
Thanks. Well, you know, there's someone at the door.
I don't know. And this is a mystery to me. Could you put on your orthopedic shoes, please, and go answer the door?
I'll borrow them from you. Yes.
Thanks.
Hey, Mark, happy 60th birthday. Now, you know, it's not such a bad hurdle once you realize that the words rock and hard can never be used again in the same sentence unless one that begins with 2 other words, I wish. I'm thrilled to join so many of your beloved friends and colleagues in this special celebration today. And I'm especially proud for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS to join you and all of them, all of us, in raising funds for the Reunion Project. You know, when we hang around this long, particularly over so many years we never expected, we gather many identities. You know, some we shed and some we hold on to most tightly. Being a long-term survivor with you is one that I cherish. Of course, because it means more life, but particularly because it recalls and honors so many we love who now stand with us only in spirit. Every additional day we get, even in the midst of this mess called COVID, is somehow shared with them in a very deep and soulful way. And what better way to celebrate you at this momentous occasion than in this virtual gathering? So Mark, rock on, and I wish you much love and send you my very best. Happy 60th.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tom Viola. You know, speaking of the Wizard of Oz, he's like the Wizard of Oz. The Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, it's been one of those people that's first into the breach to fund new and innovative programs. And they were the very first donors to give to this event and gave the largest gift. So,
and he made a dick joke.
Huh? He did kind of make a dick joke, didn't he?
He did.
You know, they do Broadway Bears. I mean, you know, what's it to him to make a dick joke, right?
Right, absolutely.
You know, so I want to thank him, and I want to thank the major donors. We said that we would thank people who made a gift over a certain amount live during this show, and we're going to stick to that. Those people are Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, the Zero Project, Dr. Jesse Peel, a good old friend from Atlanta, Michael Mitchell, my husband, because he had no choice, Chris Bowl, my editor at Queerty, and also Queerty, the website itself. Paul Kawada, the director of NMAC, really? He stepped up because he's always been there for us. Oriel Gutierrez, the editor of Paz Magazine, also stepped up, which makes perfect sense if you know Oriel. And the lovely Kathy Elliott and Mary Levinson, who is actually my mortgage broker back at home, and my good friend John Mester, and finally Tim Hofchen. And Tim Hofchen gave his gift this year in the memory of his late partner, Timothy Ray Brown. So I couldn't think of a more fitting tribute, and I'm glad to be able to say his name.
Well, and again, I just want to mention that. Well, there's someone at the door.
What? Really? Are we
Yeah.
going with another?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Could you please put on your clog hopping shoes and go answer the door?
Shuffle off to Buffalo. Yes, I'll be
Yes.
right
Would
there.
you do that? Those footsteps get me every time.
Happy birthday, Mark. Wow, 60 years old. Who knew that your tired, well-worn ass would still be on this planet? Huh. Anyway, I heard it was BYOB, so I brought you some almond milk. Because I know you like whole milk, but honey, your old arteries don't need to be clogged anymore. Gosh. I remember when we met, University of New Orleans, 1978, you were 17 years old, a wild child, and back during those pre-AIDS era, you invited me to the baths. And I asked you, aren't there a lot of diseases there? And you replied nonchalantly, there's shots for that.
And Mark King, come on down!
Oh, and in 1980, you came to visit me in Hollywood, got yourself on The Price is Right. You're up there with Bob Barker. He says,
Do you have a girlfriend back there at the University of New Orleans? Several. Do you? Yeah.
girlfriends, please. I was out in the audience hearing you lie to Bob Barker.
I know you always introduce me as your oldest friend, and you always emphasize old because it's true, literally and figuratively. We've known each other for 42 years, and I wouldn't trade any of that time. You are sincerely my best friend. I've loved our ups and downs and our continued friendship, and here's to many more. Oh God, I didn't know almond milk could turn bad. Oh.
Okay, first of all, that is so like my oldest friend Charles to make a vomit joke and then to also try to make fun of my sex life.
Well, that
back in the day.
easy. Your sex life is really an easy joke, right?
Really,
I mean,
is it?
You're an old married lady.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how long have you been?
I have got a lot going on. Okay.
Yeah.
I still got it going on.
Mm-hmm.
When I have sex with Michael, we're talking. It's a good 10 minutes. Okay. It's amazing. It's a good 10 minutes. Or as Michael likes to say, I thought it would never end.
Oh, nice. Yes. And what all happens in that 10 minutes?
What?
What happens in that 10 minutes?
Okay. All right. Let me break it down for you. 6 minutes of sex and 4 minutes of apologies.
I imagine there's some crying happening as well.
Oh, well, maybe some weeping, but not by me.
Well, I love Charles, and I love that he was a part of this tonight. And just so you guys know, you can see Charles in a lot. He's a working actor. He works in a lot of films.
Yes.
So, like, you'll see him playing like the British and or gay neighbor in some Hallmark Lifetime movie, or
a drunk, or a doctor, or a bitter queen.
A bitter queen,
which he just walks off with those parts.
Right, bitter homeless queen. He's really great at.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, bitter homeless doctor.
So, and I think there's going to be some. Yeah, I knew it.
You're amazing. I know. I'm sorry. Could you hobble over to the front door, please, and answer it?
Yes, I will.
Happy birthday,
It's
Mark.
Sherry Lewis.
It's
Pop
Sherry in
icon.
Los Angeles. So happy to be at your party. So excited. You were 60. No big deal. Except that when you were told you were not going to be here at 60, it's a big deal. I get it. Every birthday is a victory. Exciting, wonderful. And, now we're in a pandemic, and we're so experienced in a pandemic, aren't we? We already know what it is to survive. When masks are the new condoms, we know all about this stuff. Well, we're learning. Anyway, I'm happy to be here celebrating with you. I'm actually on the balcony. It's early in the morning here.
She's a long-term
I hope I'm
survivor.
not late. Happy birthdays. Hi to your guests. I'm looking forward to this party. Lots of love. This is a song for you. Being alive. It's good.
Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive. Being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Vary my days. But alone is alone. Not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me break through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive. Being alive. Being
Wow.
Wow. I mean, Sherry was one of the first on the scene to be open about her HIV status. She continues to inspire me. And my God, what a performance.
That was amazing.
I mean, wow.
Whew, I'm a little like spent. Oh my God. I think there's a crowd of people at the door.
What? What?
A crowd.
A crowd? There's a
crowd.
crowd of people at the door? Well, go answer it. You know, go stumbling to the door.
It's not always easy being a long-term survivor, but it has its perks. So today we celebrate with you for another year of priceless days and precious milestones that we thought we would never see.
Who would have thought there'd be a 60th birthday and you survived?
You have thrived for another year.
Undetectable, that's what you are.
You stand in testament for all of us who have survived AIDS and never imagined being 60.
Thank you, Mark, for being a longtime survivor and inspiring so many of us.
For your advocacy and your commitment to ensuring that the voice of people living with HIV is never, never lost.
Your humour and for your superb shorter definition.
I'm awfully glad that you're around and teaching us all how to live a little better.
Back in 2012, I read one of your articles. I started to feel less alone and less afraid.
You paved the way for the journey for all of us.
Thank you all.
Mark, I think one of the reasons that you survived and that I survived is so that we could be friends and comrades and allies and co-conspirators with each other.
We met 10 years ago talking about HIV criminalization, but we really bonded with our love of Stephen Sondheim and Donna Summer.
The work that you and others like you have done inspired me to become an HIV-positive healthcare worker.
Your survival over the years paved the way for advocates like me.
You remind me of all my favorite words that start with the letter F. Fun, fabulous, festive, fearless, fierce, bringing love, light, and laughter to our world.
You're the smartest and funniest person I know and an inspiration to everyone fighting to put an end to AIDS.
Much love and blessings.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All the best.
You naughty little mama.
Happy birthday, Uncle Mark.
Happy birthday, little brother. You know, I used to change his diapers.
Happy birthday, Uncle Mark. Love you.
I hope there are many more to celebrate.
I look forward to kicking your ass in an Oscar pool really soon.
To all the long-term survivors out there, it's a miracle.
Here's to all the light and beauty and power you bring into the world just by being you.
Long-term survivors are such examples of resilience and strength.
We can, in fact, live a long and healthy life.
How you have fought and what you have fought for has saved countless thousands of lives, and I am grateful for each and every one of you.
We're still here. We've made it.
We've stayed strong.
Act up, fight back, and let's end AIDS.
HIV long-term survivors, yeah!
Happy birthday, Mark.
These are the poppers you wanted? Oh my god, so is this actually the video?
Whoopsie.
Okay.
That was so beautiful. The end, but that was so beautiful.
That was beautiful. I thank all of those people, and I thank them for their focus on long-term survivors. All of us, and our allies, and those of us who have been at our side, and know that what we've went through and been along with us for the ride. I think it calls for a pop. Maybe this time it'll work.
Okay, go ahead.
Is that okay? Is it time?
Yeah.
Is it all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to do it right at the camera this time. Does that work? Does that work? Did it happen?
Yeah, something happened. That sounds like your sex life.
Did it happen?
So I have a question. I have a quick question. Superb shoulder definition?
Yes. The photo was old.
I'd say.
Yeah, that's Matthew Hodgson over in the UK. He posts a lot of gym selfies. There are people from all over the world in that.
Yes. Yeah. And speaking of let's see who's from all over the world. Olivia, I believe, is going to show us some other comments.
Oh, Olivia.
Hi, Olivia.
Phew, everyone.
Have you been able to enjoy the show, or have you been scrambling through Facebook comments and stuff?
Well, as I said before, I got to see all the main parts of the show before this happened so that I could get my crying and my weeping and my just all my verklempt-ness out of the way before I had to focus on these comments. And they are really rolling in. I mean, one thing that I really love about our community is that we kiki, like folks are chatting, they're talking to each other, they're reacting to everything. And I do want to comment and say that there have been, this being the world of Zoom, there are some technical difficulties. I have so many comments that I really would like to be able to share that I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to have to read a few as opposed to getting to share them, kind of share them in the in the little bubbles. I want to make sure that I call out that Lapina Reed commented and told us that Janet Kitchen, who's another long-term survivor, is 60 today. So I just want to make sure that
happy birthday, Janet.
Give some love to Janet. And yeah, there's just been a lot of love for long-term survivors in general. People love Sherry Lewis. They love her rendition of Being Alive.
Yeah.
She just took that. She just ran with that song in such beautiful ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope that folks to see all of the comments have the opportunity to go on and just check out the full stream. I know that it'll be up later. I know that the folks, of course, from the Reunion Project, which is the phenomenal organization that that your event is supporting right now. We're talking about all these amazing advocates inspire us every day. Kamaria Laffrey says, "May my life be this fabulous at 60."
It will be, my darling.
Jenny
it will be. Call me. I'll tell you how to make it that way.
I wish my life were this fabulous now, girl. This one is just a really sweet one from Bruce. You're so loved, and that's really, that's really the tone of all of the comments. People have just really been sharing so much love. Just so thank you for your leadership, and just really giving a lot of amens to everything that's being said here, and just giving love to the Reunion Project as well.
Hey, Olivia, while you're looking through those, rock on. While you're looking through those, I wanted to say that those of us who have survived, those of us who are long-term survivors, and the rest of us are aside us, we're here on the shoulders of a lot of people who are not. We're here on a lot of shoulders. I always say I know a lot of people who were more empowered and more involved than even me that didn't make it. And rather than start naming names, because if we started, we'd never end. I thought it would be nice if we could take a moment and think of somebody that isn't with us, that you remember, and just take a moment and think of their smile. Think of a time when they were happy and look at them smiling at you. Just think of that for a second. That's a nice image, and I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that. And to also say that there are so many challenges, Olivia. There are so many issues around homophobia and racial justice and inequality when it comes to healthcare. It just seems ludicrous. I would not dare to have the party like this and la 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 la, as if there weren't reasons why someone like me, a white cisgender man, has survived and has a better chance of survival than other people. And so it's going to be really important for all of us, those of us, to band together and make sure that we do everything we can to abolish those inequalities so that everybody has a fighting chance. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that during this show because it wouldn't be right not to.
Thank you, Mark. Olivia, do you have any other last minute someone you want to share with us?
No. I just had to put that one up there.
Yes, thank you.
So fabulous, Mark.
Nana
Kana.
Yes. Mark makes AIDS fabulous.
Now, I'm just being cheeky.
From the very beginning. Happy birthday, Mark.
Thank you, Christopher.
Your birthday and
all the great work that he does in Philly.
Yeah, I'll end with this one. I know that we've got to move on. There are so many that I could keep on sharing. Just thank you all for sharing.
Okay, I'll take 49. How's that? Is the new 49. But I might need more strings. I might need no more strings next time. I need more hats. Paz,
thanks, Paz Magazine.
Yes.
Yeah, if y'all don't stop me, I'm just going to keep on going. They're
they will. I'm sure. Well, people, you don't, the next stop is the after party, and you don't even have to type it down. You can chat in the chat box, but we'll actually get to see and hear you when we have the after party. So I look forward to that. Try to negotiate that, Olivia.
I'm doing my best over here, but yeah, it's exciting that everyone who's been commenting to each other will have the opportunity to actually say, like, "What's up? There's your face." Your beautiful face. Let's say hi and just keep celebrating Mark and keep celebrating the reunion project and and just sharing the love. So thank you so much for creating the opportunity and thank you for your life and thank you, Charles. Your smile is just lighting up my light is fabulous because of Mark and you're just lighting up my.
Oh, thanks.
I'm going to get you a ring light. Okay, maybe I'll get you that for Christmas.
Hey, in these times.
Okay, thank you.
Sharing my own favorites.
Oh, Miles.
That's an inside joke. Okay.
That's my old editor from The Body who started me out with a flip camera. Actually, Bonnie Goldman, the founding editor, sent me a flip camera to start my first videos I did for them. So that shows you, you can tell how old I am from the technology. I remember. Yes, we certainly are, Rick. Thank you so much. Okay, well.
Thank you so much, Olivia.
Olivia, thank you. We'll see you soon at the end of the show.
Yep. See you in a bit. And so, this is so much like, oh no, who could that be?
I think we're done. I think we can just wrap up the show now.
I don't know who else the show. Well, I'll go look.
Well, okay, one more person, but then that's it. We're full.
Let's take two.
Happy birthday, Mark King.
I cannot believe you are 60. What an amazing milestone to be celebrating, and we are so happy to be here with you for this special occasion.
You are a true testament to the huge progress made with HIV and AIDS and the healthy and long life that you can lead.
And it's such a beautiful tribute to share your very own birthday to benefit the Reunion Project, who support and connect long-term survivors of HIV to share their experiences, to learn from, and grow together. Of course, whilst remembering those no longer with us.
We wish you all a really fun evening, dance and party in your living rooms on Zoom. And here's to Mark.
Here's to you, Mark, with love from both of us. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mark. Happy birthday to you. Da 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 da.
The clock's ringing.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Did Sir Elton John just sing to you?
Happy birthday? All I could think of is when you're married to Elton John, you better be able to harmonize. Which he did so beautifully.
But that's something else. You had a Broadway. You had so much singing to you today. Like,
well, now they were mentioning all long-term survivors. They know that this is for all of us. You know, I get to have my cake and eat it too. It's for all of us. Happy birthday, Mark. It's for all of us.
Speaking of cake, I believe that's the only thing that's left to make this night wonderful.
I would like some cake, please.
I believe your husband, Michael Mitchell.
Yes.
You're in Florida, but Michael's in Baltimore, but
I've been working on a project in Florida. I haven't seen him in weeks. And so if he's here, please bring him out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mark. Happy birthday to you.
He put his own spin on it.
For you. Happy birthday.
Baby.
Only you could figure out a way to turn a milestone birthday into a way to bring so many people together during this pandemic to raise funds to support people who survived the first pandemic of AIDS and HIV. Thank you for all you do. I love you.
He's such a sweetheart.
Thank you, baby.
All the candles didn't go out. There were a lot of candles.
Thank you for pointing that out. You look so handsome. Thank you, baby. I have a card here, and so you know, it wouldn't be the same without a birthday card. So I'm going to pull myself together and take a look. Oh, very handsome man.
Oh.
Oh, can I show this?
Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce that we have raised for the Reunion Project $20,168.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much. You know, I want to say something, and now all the words are flying out of my head. But I do want to say that thank you for this. Thank you from the Reunion Project for that. I want to say that the HIV community saved me, saved my life more than once. I know what it's like to be in an HIV support group, newly diagnosed, even if it was in 1985. And having to rely on volunteers and people around me to help me through it. And you've done that for me again and again, year after year. You have shown me what it means to be empowered, showed me what it means to not be ashamed. And if I find myself acting a little shameless sometimes, it's because I've learned not to be ashamed. We are a community. You are my friends. And everybody I've seen, the faces flying by on this show, are my friends. We are each other's friends. We are there for one another. And although HIV is not a gift, I always say, a Mercedes is a gift. Our response to it, the community we've built, the organizations and institutions that we have built and affected as people living with HIV and those who love us, is beyond all imagining. I want to thank you for that community. I want to tell you that if you are a person living with HIV and you want meaning in your life, you're searching for something, that you could do worse than to look at a network of people living with HIV. And there are so many of them. The Reunion Project is the latest examples for long-term survivors. There's the Zero Project. There's the Positive Women's Network for women living with HIV. There's Positively Trans. There's Let's Kick Ass. There's so many groups that are really willing and able and ready to help you and help you in the way that they help me and save me. I'm the biggest cheerleader of these groups. You are my friends, and I have you because of my involvement in this. And I can't wait to hug you all again. And thank you for what you did tonight for one another. The activism I've had in this life has brought me meaning and joy. And HIV will never take away my joy. So activism is joy. Activism is friendship. Activism is life. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I love you so much, and I'm so happy to call you my friend. So we've reached the end of our evening. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You can meet us at the after party.
After party?
Yay!
There it is. It's on Zoom. Give us about 5 minutes after this is all over, and then we'll meet y'all over there.
I gotta change outfits.
And we can just dance.
Thank you, everybody. I'll see you at my 70th birthday.
Just around the corner, babe.